What is up, guys? Welcome to episode 10 of This is Boston Baseball Podcast, brought to you by B Clutch Sportswear. And that's right, we're episode 10. I got on my special Boston Baseball Podcast jersey, compliments of Omar Ortiz and B Clutch Sportswear. Hope you guys are enjoying the nice little snowstorm we got going right now. But we got another exciting show for you guys tonight for episode 10. We got Alvaro Castillo. He's a photojournalist for NBC 10 Boston, Telemundo, and NBC Sports. And he's also on the leadership team of the new league run by Omar, the Boston Baseball Association. And he's also the manager of the North Boston Devil Rays in the BBA. My co-hosts. I'd like to make an announcement that Johnny McDonald is our permanent third co-host from now on. So congrats to Johnny. Welcome aboard. Happy to have you. And with that said, allow me to bring in my co-hosts, Omar Ortiz and Johnny McDonald. What is up, boys? Episode 10. We made it. 10. 10.
I got the balloons.
Look at that. Boom. Boom,
Celebration.
boom, boom. Johnny, welcome to the show.
Nicely done on the introduction, Dan. Nicely done.
Thank you, buddy. Welcome.
I'm really glad you're wearing a jersey with your name on it and not someone else's.
I did.
Hey, we were gonna give him a Havoc jersey with Brock Riley on the back, but we didn't have time. We just didn't have time.
But yeah, Dan, I'm seeing your eyes a little too much.
Oh.
Yeah, Dan. Oh, Dan.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Dan.
Hold on.
Cut it. Start over. Do the intro over.
Hey, we gotta start the show over, guys. We'll be right back.
I knew I was missing something, and now I don't know.
Omar, what's going on, dude? How's your week going, brother?
Hey, it's going well, bro. I was really, looking forward to not having snow this weekend, but let's see what happens.
Where am I?
I feel like a weatherman. I feel like a weatherman has the safest job in the world.
Yeah.
They could be wrong. They could be wrong whenever they want, and they still have a job.
As you know, I have an opinion on things like this, and I'm obviously going to be the guy who says to you, "Are you like we always criticize weathermen? Do you realize, like, just think for a second that their job is to predict the weather?"
Yep.
Weather.
Let's get into it.
That's crazy, bro.
It's science.
No, it isn't, bro. Come on.
Yes, it is.
This is where it's like the whole we pretend to know something about anything, and we really know so little about it.
Listen. I'm a meteorologist.
All right, let me know. Are we getting?
You couldn't even say meteorologist.
Hey, listen. I can tell you if it's gonna rain or not.
You smell it? It's a smell thing?
No, I got an app.
I got an app.
I got an app.
And this shit's connected to nothing. Explain that to me.
Listen, I use AccuWeather. It's the best. AccuWeather, it's accurate. The way I look at it,
weather.
It's accurate weather, motherfuckers. Like we're gonna give you the right weather, baby.
Oh, let us get 5 minutes in for the YouTube monetizing.
Oh, can we go back? Listen, but I know we got a show, but I just feel like I hope this weatherman is right.
I would be happy we don't get as much snow as they're saying, and that would be great too.
So
what is that on the wall, Omar? What's behind you there?
You saw how much snow there was at the Philly game. I think that's coming
What is
our
this?
way.
What is this B Clutch Sportswear jersey for?
This is the Boston Havoc are going to Puerto Rico.
Ooh, when are they going to Puerto Rico, man?
We're going to Puerto Rico January 29th. And we're going to go compete out there versus some very competitive teams. And we're going to kick ass.
Bet you there's no snow out there.
And we're going to look good doing it.
You're going too, Johnny?
Johnny's going to be there. He's my roommate.
I am, bro. Yeah, we got a little Airbnb with BMO down there. It's gonna be a good time. Mark's gonna be with us. We're gonna make him behave. Yeah, pretty good.
Yeah, I wanted
Yeah.
to talk to. I see Mark today. I was gonna talk to him, but I failed to mention it to him. But I might meet you guys in Barica, and we might drive together to the airport.
Oh, to the airport. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. So he said I could leave my car at his house. So cool. So I think while we're driving down, that's when we got to talk to him. Mark, you got to chill. We're gonna
Omar,
do.
you didn't put up your you didn't put up your stickers.
I know. I'm sorry. Yo,
No, I
boy,
know
it's
you've
it's
been
been a long
crazy
day.
day, right?
It's been a long
Crazy
week.
day. It's been
BBA
a long week.
tryouts. How'd the tryouts
Every,
go?
the tryouts went okay, it didn't go as planned. The weather messed everything up. I feel like we need to be better. As like let's not be scared of a little snow. It's okay.
Well, it wasn't
A
even
little
snowing during the
snow.
tryouts.
Yeah,
People are
it
freaking
was
out.
Dan, it was the nicest day of the week.
Yeah, I
It
know.
was beautiful out today.
It was beautiful. I went
Yeah.
outside to warm up my car. I'm like, I don't even gotta warm it up.
Yeah, it was a really good day out today.
So I'm like, word is gonna be good. And then I got like 10 texts on the way over there. Can't go. Sorry. The snow. I gotta get
So,
ready.
so
I'm gonna
speaking of
go plow.
tryouts and practicing, it's the new year, which is usually when teams start hitting the cages. You guys gotten any work in yet for the upcoming season? I know I haven't, and I really need to.
Well, our Angels team's been practicing. I mean, I give nightly lessons as one of my jobs, so I'm constantly hitting every day, just about, and I get time to be able to hit after I'm done and kind of closing the place up. So I wouldn't say I hit every day. I mean, I have a bat in my hand and a glove in my hand every day, but yeah, I'm hitting quite frequently. But our team's hitting, and sometimes I can't really make it out to the team practices because I'm doing my own thing at my place.
I've hit
You'll-
maybe I've hit once. I hit with Johnny the other day. Felt good. I ain't gonna front.
It's crazy to think we're
I-
only 3 months out of the season.
yeah.
It's crazy.
I just want to say something. Me and Johnny were working on some stuff, and I didn't believe it. I'm like, you know what? And then he brought me back to how I used to hit in college, like when my hands are and all that. And I made a little change.
Uh-oh.
That's what I'm gonna say. Just be
See, I don't
careful.
like to call it a change. I like to call it an improvement because every time you try to say change, you get the reaction like what Dan had, where it's like, you don't want to change something because change.
Yeah, it's definitely an improvement because I feel like the change we made, I feel like it's keep allowing me to stay back.
Yeah.
And to me, that's
That's
important
key.
because
That is very important.
when a pitcher beats me, it's because I'm on my front foot. So the adjustment, I was doing it in the living room the other day. I'm like, yeah, this is making me stay back, and bringing my hands how I used to hit in college. That helps me, like we talked about. So, I think me personally, like it's hard for me to practice because I have so much going on and I have to be everywhere. But this year I said I'm gonna practice 2 times a week and I'm gonna hit by myself and it's gonna be with Johnny and just work on the craft because we're getting older and I feel like I'm getting better the older I get. I'm gonna be
Yeah.
honest. Like I was always a good hitter, but I feel like now I've mastered hitting, and the only person that gets me out is myself. I get in my head the mechanics and this, and you know what I mean. Or I'm hurt.
Yeah.
Like this, but like now I understand the game way better. I know
Mm-hmm.
what the pitcher's gonna throw before he's gonna throw it. You know what I mean? Like this, and it comes with knowledge, and I feel like this is the time that I took for granted the last couple of years of not working on my craft, not going to the gym, just showing up. But this year I'm really going to the gym.
Yeah, I
I'm
mean,
gonna
Omar,
work on my hitting. It's a wrap. Remember that.
I love it, dude. I mean, hey, that's kind of what I mean. That's why I love talking about feels, and I really believe in like certain feels in the swing because I mean, everyone
Mm-hmm.
can feel the swing differently, and that's why there's so many different people that are on different sides of like how you should swing or what you should do to swing and all this. But
Yeah.
and then like you just said, like, oh, I was just in my living room feeling it out. It's like getting those mental reps of being able to feel moves is actually almost more important sometimes than getting reps because sometimes I'll go and I'll get reps with say my team or like some people who like just rapid fire feed me batting practice or whatever, and then I don't even get into my moves anyway. So it's not good practice for me. I'd rather stand in my living room and feel it out like you were just saying. But
yeah, and like you say, like even for the people watching or the players, that you can take 10 dry swings at your house. It might be better than you doing BP because it's all about mechanics. That's what baseball is your mechanics. Can you perfect your mechanics, and can you repeat your mechanics all the time? Like, remember when we were hitting, you was telling me to do this, and I'm like, the first I was getting frustrated, and I say, let me take some of what you told me and mix what I do.
Always,
and then it worked. It worked because
you
gotta let people be who they are and just tweak stuff. That's all it is.
So you guys remember
hitting? Go ahead.
No, sorry. You guys remember Scotty Stevens back in the 18s? So he would take like 100 dry hacks a day, like in his garage. Like he just one season, he just went crazy. He ended up winning the Triple Crown that year in the BMVL MVP. So, and that's the beauty of baseball. Like I feel like even though we're aging, you learn something new like every year with baseball, and you adjust. And it's a crazy thing because I don't think there's many sports like that where you get better with age, or it feels like you get better with age. But
you definitely get more game savvy with the age, right?
I feel like the only thing that really changes is your athletic ability to do stuff that you were doing at your younger age. You most likely want to do it at older age, but with the stick, you get better because the knowledge, you feed the brain, and the students of the game get better the older they get, And I realized that watching, I went to a tournament in West Palm Beach. It was 35 plus, and that might have been one of the most competitive tournaments I've ever played. I'm talking about ex-major leaguers, ex-minor leaguers, older guys, and the game was just, it was like this. It was quick. Guys were painting corners. Like, I'm talking about these guys were throwing changeups that were dancing. And I'm like, God damn. And I had a great time. But that showed me is that the older you get, you master your craft. You master your craft. You know what I mean?
You have to adapt a little bit more. You can't just rely on your raw ability, your raw strength, and your raw speed. You end up having to develop, you have to be sneaky you have to develop a better slider or a better changeup to be able to survive on the mound because you can't throw 90 anymore. You have to develop, savvy ways to pump fake runners because you're late or, things like that. Just a different way. No look throws as a catcher, things like that, where it's great when you have the speed, size, and strength and can do all that stuff. But at our age, I think that's the separator. When I play with guys in certain leagues, when they have that different level of IQ, I'm better. I'm faster. I have a stronger arm because it's like I can just chuck it over to Omar at first base and he's gonna scoop it. Or if I play with a guy like Ortega at short and he's playing shortstop, like I know to expect. If a play develops long, he's gonna pump it. We're trying to get the guy behind him, and just all those extra next level things.
But
go ahead, then.
No, I'm saying this is why I'm excited to talk to Alvaro, our guest, because he hasn't been playing as long as we had, and I think he took like 15 years off, and he found your league, right, the CHBL, and made a comeback. So he's kind of in opposite position that we are. We've been playing, for years. So I'm looking forward to seeing how he was able to, adjust and make that comeback after not playing for 15, 16 years.
No, absolutely. If you want to bring him in now, we could bring him in now.
Sure. We got a little promo video before we bring him in. Take a look. Welcome to the show, Alvaro Castillo.
You said it right, my brother. Let's go.
Let's go. What's up, buddy?
Thank you. Thank you for the
Welcome,
intro. Very few people say it correctly, so appreciate
I
that.
got it, Alvaro.
Well, I was corrected. I was corrected before we
Hey,
went live.
Alvaro.
I can't do
we, we,
the
we,
roll the
we're trying
R.
to we're trying to get Dan a little more swaggy. We're trying to get
I
him
mean, this is a
less
start,
less
right?
suburb.
Start right
Hey,
here,
he got
baby.
some swag on him. You see, we gonna try. Dan's gonna transition slowly but surely. We're gonna get
Hashtag
him
B
there.
Clutch Sportswear. Hashtag
Not that
CHBL.
transition.
Yeah,
But
and,
yes,
and
welcome
I'm
to the
feeling that
welcome to
jersey
the
though in
show.
the back.
Yeah, shout out to my man Alvaro. He designed this jersey for B Clutch Sportswear. When we go to Puerto Rico, we're gonna make him proud. And you haven't seen the other one. We got two of them from Puerto Rico.
Oh, he's the man behind the mask.
Yeah, me and him. But when we collab, ain't nobody better than us, bro.
Nah.
No.
These jerseys are they're ridiculous.
Alvaro, I got a question
Alvaro,
for you.
Alvaro.
I got a question.
Alvaro.
I need you to talk to the people out there, okay? Because you are the perfect example. Tell me if I'm saying it wrong, but overweight, struggling with your health, you get this gastric bypass surgery, you change your life. Walk us through all that and how you went back to baseball, because I think there's a lot of people, a lot of men out there that need to find their way back to baseball to better their lives, and I think you're the poster man for that. So run us through this whole thing, man. The floor is yours. Talk to the
Yeah,
people.
no, definitely. First and foremost, it was tough when I moved out here because I got diagnosed with diabetes out here by myself, not really, knowing the healthcare system out here. And thankfully, I met my lovely wife, and she was able to help me and guide me, got me in touch with the right doctors, and shout out to her because if it wasn't for that, I don't even know if I would be right now right here talking. So yes, I was, at my worst about 350, 360, and I had to cut down before the surgery. And even before then, I wanted to get back into playing sports. I was back home. I was coaching, baseball, football, wrestling at, an excessive weight, and it was difficult. It was difficult, and I had been trying different things of, juice diet and intermittent fasting. Tried every route you could think of, going to the gym. And it just comes to a certain point when you've let your health go that you can't get past a certain point. I hit a plateau and I couldn't get past the 300 mark, and I wasn't getting anything lower than that. And so I lived with, between 315 to 330. And eventually I was able to get down to like 280. I had my surgery and, thankfully started playing sports again. Started coaching football and found CHBL and got back into playing the game. And I think it's a great way to get active. I had my surgery, and it's just it's a great way, even if you're not fully active, coming out and playing adult baseball
Mm-hmm.
gets you active
Was last
and
year your
starts
first
that
year
process.
back?
Yeah, last year was my first year back. It was got into the league and I came in just to play. Ended up being a manager. Omar gave me that invitation to go out to New York, and that was my first game back out in New York. And that was, man, that bug got me, and I'm still here today. Playing ball.
How long had it been since you last played?
It had been 15 years. I believe it was like my
Wow.
senior year in high school. I hadn't played since high school. That was my last time I played ball.
What was the hardest thing, like making that comeback?
You know what? It was just getting back on the field. And I think a big part of that was my weight. Just, not being able to sleep at night, not feeling great throughout the day. And so once I had that surgery, and even before then, I was able to lose that weight, and I was just feeling good. And I think that's the hardest part for everybody is to get back onto the field and start getting active.
Yeah.
That was the most difficult part.
how do you maintain right now to be able to stay at the weight you're at? And um, I just, how does this all affect your mental health, right? Because for me, just talking from personal experience, I was the same way, up around 285, 300, and just miserable with my life, miserable with myself. Couldn't stand the guy who was looking back at me in the mirror, who was once an athlete and now was pretending to be. And I had an ACL surgery, which kind of woke me up, and now I'm like 215, best shape of my life. My mental health has never been better. My relationships with all the people around me have never been better. Just talk upon that, dude. Like, how has that life change happened for you? Because I really want men to understand how baseball or doing anything hard, like Brock said last week, can really help everyone's mental health and your family around you.
Yeah, man. I mean, the way you feel affects everybody else that's around you. Because if you're feeling like crap, you're gonna make others feel like crap.
Yeah, man.
And it's difficult. A lot of people don't, you bring up mental health. A lot of people, especially in my community, the Latin community, mental health, man, it just doesn't, it's
Yeah,
barely starting. People are barely starting to realize, like, this is a real subject. This is something we
yeah.
actually
Suck it up,
really
be
have
a
to
man,
take into
right?
consideration. And so, I wasn't miserable, but I knew I wasn't happy because I wasn't myself. I could feel myself breathing heavy. I could feel myself not getting that rest throughout the night. Um,
Yeah.
and I was just not a miserable person because I've never been a miserable person, but I wasn't the happiest.
Mm-hmm.
And eventually losing that weight, you start doing stuff. You're always thinking, as an overweight person, as a heavy set person, hey, can I do this? Hey, am I gonna fit on this airplane, flying from San Diego to Boston? Am I gonna have to buy 2 seats? That's
Yeah.
all affecting your mentals, and like you're constantly thinking of, like, am I gonna be able to do what I want to do? And it's a lot. It is a lot. And now, I'm able to maintain my weight, continue with the regimens that the doctors have given me. I can drink my protein, get enough proteins in throughout the day, whether that be through chicken, and even now, after the surgery, it still affects my mentals because I can't eat what I used to eat. And
Right.
Yeah.
food is a big clutch for a lot of people. It's an addiction. Eating food is an addiction.
Oh yeah,
And a
for
lot
sure.
of people don't realize that it is an
The
addiction.
coping mechanism too for any
Yeah, no,
stress.
Yep.
1000%.
Hmm.
What would you say
And
to somebody right now, dude? What would you say to somebody right now that's maybe seeing this, hopefully seeing this, and they're thinking, "Nah, man, my playing days are over. I'm overweight. I keep hitting the plateau, like you were talking about." Like, what would you say if you were the sole motivator of that person on the other side of that line? If there was one person out there that could see this that you could help, what would you say to them to get
I
them
would
out?
tell them to reach out, and don't be afraid to reach out to your doctors. There's so much help out there now. People may not believe in it, and you know whether it's through the gastric bypass route, or it's through what everybody talks about, the Ozempic and Wegovy's. There's so much more out there to try to help you to live a better life.
Mm-hmm.
Go out and reach out. Ask for the help, because nobody's going to help you unless you ask for that help.
I have a
That's the
question,
biggest
my
thing.
brother. Question, my brother. Were you scared, like, living that way, before surgery, before meeting your wife, who at the time girlfriend, that basically saved your life? Were you scared during all that time?
You know what? At a certain point, when I got diagnosed with diabetes, I became scared. I became scared. I really said, this is my life, man. Like, I don't got much to, like, people live with diabetes and can live a long life.
Yeah.
But, I've seen where family members, how it's affected them, and I was scared to take insulin on a daily. Uh so that was the biggest motivator for me to get to this gastric bypass point. Um I wish I was they so there's a big thing that I don't know. They're still studying the sciences behind it and whatnot. But I was on like Ozempic and those Wegovy's to help control my A1C level. So that's a bigger part to this. You know, when you're consuming so much sugar, which we consume, you drink a soda here, you drink a soda there, you drink your coffee with a bunch of sugar. There's so much sugar in our life, and it's hard to avoid it. Whether that be again, like I said, the coffee, the sodas,
That's the truth.
having a some kind of sauce with your meal. Ketchup has sugar.
Yep.
Like,
Yeah.
the
Pretty
little
much
things people don't
on the
think of.
shelf.
Bread,
has sugar.
rice, pasta. Oh, I
Ice
got you.
cream.
I can't.
Ice
Yeah,
cream,
now
everything,
I don't.
everything.
I mean, I don't touch rice now. I don't touch pasta, and those were like I loved eating my chicken
Yeah.
Alfredo.
Yeah.
I'm Mexican, man. Rice is like
Yeah.
man. When I was growing up, sometimes there was nothing to eat, and it was rice and beans and rice.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I don't even touch rice anymore.
And we go out all the time. Me and Alvaro, like we went to New York, and we you know, you go out when you on tournaments with your teammates, and he would drink some water, and he wouldn't be able to enjoy a good meal. You know, or, you know. To me, I feel bad. I'm like, yo, bro, eat something with me. Like, but I can't, bro. And I'm like, and that's because of your surgery, right?
Yeah. So there's a thing that it's called the 30-30-30, in which a lot of us don't even realize. You know, you shouldn't drink 30 minutes before you eat, and then you should take around 30 minutes to eat, and then you can't drink anything until 30 minutes after you've eaten. So it's that 30-30-30.
That's crazy.
And we are so accustomed in the United States to have water with our meal.
Yeah.
You know, have a soda with our meal. Everything that we consume, we drink something with it. And that's, you know, we should enjoy our meal and then eventually consume our beverage. But it's just, what's the first thing when you go to a restaurant? What do they ask you? What do you want to drink? So it's tough, man. It's not easy. It's very tough. That also, like I said, it still affects my mental health, because it's things that I'm constantly thinking. Damn, what time did I drink? What time did I eat? When can I have my next sip of water?
Yeah.
And how quickly after your surgery did you start looking into playing baseball?
So I had my surgery June of 23. June of 23, and about November is when I found clutch hitting.
Now, how was that process, my man? Because I'm glad I met you. You know, we've become good friends. Ever since I met you, and you know, you've helped tremendously with the league. What was the process of you getting into the league? Because you know, you tried out, you know, but I really don't know the whole story behind it. You know, we met you, we all clicked, me, you, and Rob. You know, you took over a team right away because we needed a coach, and it's been a blessing ever since. So, what was the process for you to? How did you find clutch hitting? What was your journey to start playing baseball again?
So before I found clutch hitting, I was looking, like, you know, I wanted to play baseball again, because my wife was like, "Why don't you play softball?" I was like, "Hell no, I ain't playing softball. Like, I don't want to play softball.
Let's go baseball all the way, baby."
Yeah. If I'm gonna get back into it, I'm gonna play some baseball.
Hell yeah,
like,
let's go.
You know, being from San Diego, you got the adult leagues in San Diego. I used to play when I was in high school with these, you know, grown men that were 40 years old, throwing nothing but knuckleballs and changeups and curveballs. So I was like, there has to be something like that out here in Boston. There has to. And I found the BMBL, and I started reaching out, and I just never was getting anywhere with them, unfortunately. I tried. I was like, "Oh, we'll put you on a wait list. Oh, we'll do this, and oh, we'll see if we have spots." And then CHBL popped up on Facebook one day. You know, when you started talking about baseball and everything, it starts Googling, you know, the algorithms start throwing things at you. So CHBL popped up, and I reached out to Omar, and he was like, "Yo, come through, come have a tryout." I was like, "Cool." Went and tried out. Was going to be playing with Rob, and then because, you know, whatever, they needed a manager for a team, and I've had experience coaching, I was like, "Sure, yeah, why not?"
Eduardo apparently thinks you're the best coach.
Shout out to my guy.
Yeah,
Eduardo, that's my guy.
Eduardo made a song for our league, which was a
Yeah.
smash hit. You wouldn't understand what it says, Dan, because you don't know Spanish. But trust me when I tell you, that song was nasty.
I did study Spanish for like
Was
5,
that
6, 7 years,
was
but
that the Kendrick Lamar cover?
Yeah,
Yeah,
he did. Yeah, he did. They're not like us, but he said we got the clutch, bro. Nasty. He killed it. He killed
yeah.
it. Shout out to
Man,
Eduardo,
he's
my
a
guy.
great guy, great guy. He has a story of his own. He's out from the Dominican Republic and out here. He's a
Yeah.
great dude. He's trying to learn English, and I love Eduardo, man. That's my guy right there.
So
so
go ahead, Dan. I'm sorry.
no. I was just gonna ask, how did the weight gain affect your job? Because I mean, you have one of the coolest jobs. I mean, I think. I mean, just to be on, the duck tour boat, celebrating Celtics parade. I'm sure anyone here would love
Yeah,
to have done that.
now he's a Celtic fan.
Oh,
I was never a basketball fan to for say, because being from San Diego, I just can't stand LA. So I was never really rooting for any teams, you know. So I became a Celtics fan when I moved out here, as I started getting into basketball and then started covering basketball. And those guys were really nice guys, man. Those guys, you know, regardless of the stories that you hear and whatnot, those guys are just when you get to talk to them, like Porzingis. Man, my first interaction with Porzingis was amazing, man. I was like, "Oh, you speak Spanish?" And we started chopping
yeah,
it up in
yeah.
Spanish. So it was cool.
Oh, he
It was
speaks
really
Spanish.
cool.
That's cool.
Yeah, he does.
So you're like the video guy, right? So, but you're in the locker room,
Yeah,
right?
so I got the big old camera, everything, and I also cut video, and yeah, man, it's been a lot of fun. The weight journey. I mean, I was still doing my job regardless, but I would feel tired at the end of the day. Now I could continue to keep going at the end of the day. I'm not like I need to go crash out and just go to sleep. I can get
Well, we're
home, go out, take my dog out, busy.
we're looking for an editor for this podcast. So if you're interested.
He's too expensive, bro. We can't afford him. He's too expensive. I don't know.
No, but how cool was it to be on the part of the parade and throwing champagne at the
So that
fans?
was so when I moved out here, 5 years ago, when they interviewed me, I said I'm coming out here because you guys are a sports town. I want to, experience what it's like to be part of a championship culture. Unfortunately, like, the Patriots were always winning, the Red Sox were winning, you know, the Celtics didn't have had a little bit of a dry spell. Um, but just being in a city where the fans are passionate, it's just amazing, man. It's amazing. Like being on that duck boat, and I mean, it was cool because like I've gotten to know some Celtics fans, and I'm on the duck boat recording, I'm hearing my name being screamed, and I'm like, yo, this is so dope. Like
Surreal.
it was surreal. It was surreal. I like to throw the digs in there, to LA that the Celtics parade, man. Boston doesn't even have as many people as LA, and
Mhm.
we were a million deep, a million deep in the city of Boston. Like I expected that Dodgers parade to be, 2 million deep,
Yeah.
and
Ah,
it's
because
Don't
the
represent the-
Dodgers. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
yeah, man. But
I got a
it was
question
cool.
though. In the video, right? In the video, you open the bottle, you shaking, and then you see the cops there. What happened? Did you splash the
Yo,
cops?
so so if you pay attention in that video, one of the cops sees what's going on. The other one's just like, yo, I'm gonna take this. And
Oh, and
stood
they
there
took.
and he
Oh
took
man.
it. And the other
Really?
one,
Wow.
the female cop ran off. She's like, no way, this is getting me. I mean, technically speaking, I wasn't supposed to do that. That wasn't the purpose why they gave me the bottle, but I couldn't pass up the opportunity
But
when they're
what
like,
else?
yo,
I
open
mean,
it
what
out
else are
there,
you
open
gonna
it out
do?
there. I mean,
Someone hands you
I
a
mean,
bottle of
that was like, come
champagne,
on, you're gonna get a bottle of champagne. It's gonna pop and spray.
an expensive bottle of champagne, nonetheless. I
Yeah,
assume.
Ace
yeah,
of Spades.
that's yeah, man.
Alvaro's a high roller.
That's why I
Alvaro.
wasn't supposed to do it. It wasn't my bottle.
Oh man, it's even worse.
But they gave it to me and said open it. So I mean, as a
Oh
as an
man,
as an athlete, you know what I mean? In that moment, this is what I'm thinking. I'm
only
like,
one way to open it.
only one way to open this.
No, but when you sent me the video, I was proud for you, man, because I'm a diehard Celtics fan. I would love to be in that situation. It looked fun, and I see
I
your
mean,
career. Go ahead.
it's the Celtics fans are hands down the best fans that I've been able to meet. Like outside the garden, the amount of love they show you, you know, I've had situations where they protect me because they know my gear's expensive and they got my back. So, the bad rap that Boston gets, that, the type of culture it is here and whatnot, like, man, you got to live here to experience it.
Yeah,
You got to live
Yeah,
here to
I mean,
experience that culture and to meet these fans firsthand. GRD, Green Runs Deep, he lives up in your area, Omar.
yeah.
There's so many. They took me in and welcomed me. I'm able to do so much because of them. I mean, the live shots that I'm able to set up is just it's amazing, and I appreciate them for because I like to showcase them, and they allow me to showcase them by respecting my craft and respecting the boundaries and having my back.
you
That's
saw that
awesome.
with the marathon bombing, right? Boston Strong, how the city, came together, um, when it was needed. So yeah, I'm proud to be a Boston fan myself. I know that.
Yeah,
But
I can't be a Red Sox fan,
but you
but
must have been
Celtics
like
fan all day.
Thank you, bro.
you must have been on the duck tour spraying the champagne, and people are like, "Who the hell?" Trying to figure out who the hell, what
Yo,
player you
yo,
are.
I'm saying like I
He's
didn't
a water
people.
boy.
There was sometimes like people were yelling my name, and I'm like, yo,
Oh, they knew.
like
Oh, you
Mike
get buzz.
Gorman is on this boat with me. Like people know who Mike Gorman is, obviously, and
Hmm.
Right.
I'm like, they're yelling my name.
That's
Like,
That's
awesome.
and
so
that's that
great.
appreciation because these fans know I show them love, so much love. And that's how I've been able to meet a lot of people out here in Boston, and they take care of me, and I show them the love back. It was surreal, man.
That's the
So
attitude we need in Boston baseball.
yeah.
Absolutely, and,
So
and we're
speaking
gonna
of
and we're gonna go ahead.
no, speaking of that, so you're going into your second year, right? But you're going into your first year with the BBA, which is the new league, right? It used to be Division One, Division Two, and now
Correct.
it's a BBA. So what's in store for you guys in year two? How do you think you guys are gonna make out? Have you recruited anyone? How'd the draft go? I heard you made a trade.
So
You guys made a trade?
yeah, yeah. Omar and I made a trade. When I was looking at it, and when you're discussing the moves that need to be made, he had a need, and I have my needs, and I looked and tried to see where it would work out, and I feel like it is going to work out. Hopefully, the next tryout we get more people to show up because it's not snowing, even though it didn't snow and it was a beautiful day out there.
Oh, the
Uh,
best day of the fucking week. The best day.
yeah, so I mean, I've been actively on our Instagram page, MB Devil Rays, and trying to
Yep.
trying to promote our team and trying to get more players and also getting players reaching out. And today I was able to help out one of our franchises with the player that reached out and said I wanted to play. And I told him about the tryouts. He wasn't able to make it, but I said, hey, here's this guy. He can help your team out. But it's not just about my team. It's about all our teams and growing this league and making sure that we're a competitive league overall. I feel my team is in a good place. If there's any pitchers out there, you know, we're
I
looking
heard
for
a,
some arms
I
that
heard a
that
guy named
need
Brock
a.
Riley was available.
Ooh. Hopefully Mark's not watching because he's gonna fucking have a
Rob Riley is unavailable.
But you're on
Yeah,
the so
man.
you so you're on the
He's
leadership
a
team,
havoc.
which
He's a havoc, so it's all right.
so Omar, promoted you to the leadership team, which is, pretty cool thing being in your second year. So what does it mean to be on the leadership team?
I think the biggest thing is that to be part of the leadership team is that everybody needs to know that it's not just Omar. He's not the one that makes the calls. It's all of us. That's the biggest misconception, I think. It's all of us that make the calls. He's the head, but we talk as an organization and come to a decision. And
And the
that's
truth will set you free.
yeah, man. It's the biggest misconception is we sit there, we talk about the rules, what needs to be, what do we need to do to make sure that the league is ran smooth, that everybody's gonna have a good time and enjoy the game, a kid's game that we're able to play as grown men. To make sure that everybody enjoys the game, 9 to 5ers or whatever you may be, family guy. That way you could bring your wife and your kids. That way you could, anybody that's walking in the park could sit down, pop a chair and watch a good game. And so we as the leadership look at everything and how can we make this league successful and not just make it about us, but our community.
Yeah, the community is huge, man, especially like for somebody like me, like I coach youth sports too, and it's really cool to be able to have the kids you coach come watch you play. And if you're in a league where you're playing against a team that you don't trust, it's like, oh, actually, you know what? Don't come tonight because I don't really know how these grown men are gonna act. And it's like we need to have this we need to be able to show.
I'm glad you bring that up, Johnny. I'm glad you bring that up because I'm the same way. Like when I bring my daughters to games, I'm praying, like I hope no one acts up. I hope, because I don't want my kids seeing that, like nobody wants to bring, hey, come to my game so you can see how baseball's played. They don't want to see that extracurriculum activity, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like, especially adults. Stop it.
1000%, because also you never know who's going to be stopping by and that would want to join the league. For instance, there's a guy that I picked up this offseason. Shout out to your player Andres Omar. His buddy moved out here to, from California, moved out to Boston and wants to play in the league. I was able to meet him, talk to him, and he goes, "Yo, yeah, I saw one of your guys' games against the Havoc." He goes, "But you guys broke down, man." And when he told me, I was like, "Yo," like I had to do a little bit of correction and be like, yeah, I understood the pressure, the circumstances of the playoffs. It was raining. My guys just weren't, all there. And I was like, that's not who we are as a team. I want our team to be a family. That's what I want my guys to understand is that we're one. You know what I mean? If you need me, I'm there for you. If I need you, you could be there for me. And so that's what I'm trying to build as my culture for my team is that family, togetherness. And it's tough when you got grown men that have grown up differently and, got different views, and it's difficult. It is very difficult.
But that's why sports is so great, because that's what can bring us all together, to be honest. Like you might have to go through those hard times and have those hard conversations or whatever, but the whole reason to do something in sport, in team, is to build that brotherhood. And that's the thing. It's like as males, at the end of the day, like we all want to be the alpha, but we're pack animals, bro. Like we need strong men around us. We need brotherhood. There's nothing more important than somebody you could text every morning and say, "Hey, bro, have a good day today," or something like that. Like just being able to have a good level of friendship and a good level of understanding where it's like, "Oh, hey, I'm in a pinch. I need something this weekend. I'm behind on this. I need help with that. All right, I got you, dude." Or, "Hey, you can reach out to 2, 3, 4, 5 guys and, God forbid you had to move your house or something, whatever." I mean, our Angels team, it's kind of like that. Like Mark has his whole Sobolski Christmas wish thing, and it's like we all kind of come through for him and show up to, help him put out his decorations, get his decorations out of his attic, put them back in the attic, all this stuff. And it's like, I mean, what is life about other than friendship? And that's what we can build through this sport. And that's what I want to get out of this sport. I don't care about trophies. I mean, I literally won 5 championships this year and I don't care. Like what I care about is the friends I made along the way, the relationships I'm building along the way. And again, like me and Omar are about to go out to Puerto Rico, and winning is not a single thought on my mind, bro. I just want to go and have a good time. I want to I want to be able to do something with a group of guys that maybe I only see them when we go to Puerto Rico, but every year it's like, yo, what's up? Hey, how you been? And all this stuff. And it's really important, I think, as human beings for us to connect on that level.
Johnny, that's a great point. I'm going to cut you off because it goes back to what we spoke about last week about why play the game.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why you play the game. Like I've grown to love to go into these tournaments more than playing regular season. You know why? Because, like you said, you'll see these people once a year.
Yeah, man.
And when you see them, it's like, oh, shit, how you guys doing? What's going on? You start catching up. You know what I mean? It's that brotherhood, It's that it eases your mind. Like, wow, you look forward. Because listen, guys, life is hard. Life is fucking hard. We got bills. Some of us got kids. We got responsibilities. We got wives. You know what I'm saying? So, like, dare to be a kid for 2 or 3 hours in a day, 2 or 3 days a week. You feel me? Or go on a vacation and get away from all the bullshit.
Yeah.
Like, I work 3 jobs. You feel me? Like, I work my ass off. Everyone in the screen works except Dan. Dan's just living the life. We all we work our asses off. So if this is what's gonna keep us sane, and not just sane, but more like involved in still being young and still being able to compete and have fun and build a brotherhood with people that can relate to us. So when we meet together, we're talking about our families. We're talking about, this shit sucks. We're talking about common shit that we're all going through, and we only see each other once a year. That's what I love about these tournaments. And anybody that's watching, if you can go tournaments, trust me, you guys will, and you will love it. It's the best experience playing baseball.
I can tell you, for example, like BMO for sure is somebody that I only played with or I've only seen in my life for 2 days, and he's somebody I'm constantly in contact with, talking to about certain whatever. And there's a lot of guys from that WBC where it's like we're all friends on Facebook now, or friends on Instagram, and like whatever I'm doing, they're liking my post and supporting me, and I'm liking their post and supporting them. And that's the power of this whole thing, and that's the power of sports and activity. And I feel like as males, we need that, dude. Like I said, we're pack animals. Like when you hype me up, I want to hype you up. Like that's the way we work.
Because think about it, we're supposed to be the alphas, like, you know what I mean? Like, so go ahead, Alvaro. Sorry.
That opportunity that you gave me to go play in New York, man, that was such a great experience too. Like, it wasn't the outcome we wanted to, because at the end of the day, you do also want to compete, and you want to compete at a high level, but you also want to build that bond. And like, we went out, to have lunch, and most of the guys were there, and we got to, talk and joke around, give Melvis a hard time about what he was eating, what I was eating, and it's like you get that friendship. And
no, because Macro Melvis, he's like, I don't like anything on this menu. Can you make my own salad? So he had like his own like special salad, and then Alvaro was like, you know what? I can only eat by portion, so I'm not gonna drink no water right now. I'm gonna wait, and then all of a sudden they order like it was either a chocolate cake or some bullshit. Him and his wife. I'm like, yo, but weren't they just talking about they can't eat this shit?
It wasn't for me.
But this is what I'm saying. These are the experience. These are the times that you go travel with people that you really don't know, and you get to know them. You know what I mean? And then you get to know people. You get to network with people. I can't tell you how many people that I've networked with, and I'm not the type of person, I don't use nobody. I try to help people. But so many people that I've met that have helped me, and I appreciate it, because you don't get that often. You don't get that often. You know what I mean? You don't get that often, especially where we live. But
you're not going to get
you meet
for it, right?
Yeah, you go. You meet people. You got people. I'm meeting people from Texas, fucking Cali, all over the United States, and then you get a different perspective of life, because they're going through what they're going through. At the end of the day, we're all going through the same shit. It's life. Like, you know what I mean? It's life.
It's also game recognizes game too. So when we're out there, it's like cool. I remember when we were in Florida, we faced that one kid who was he was just such a good pitcher, and like at the end of the game, he's coming up he's coming up to us, and just I don't know, it's just really cool. It's like baseball is one of those sports where it's like I don't know, there's just a certain respect level amongst it's like honor amongst thieves kind of thing. Like I don't know how to explain it.
It's definitely a sport where you know when you say let the stick do the talking or let your game do the talking, it's that one thing. Like I hadn't played in 15 years, man. 15 years. That was I think the first time I even put on my glove really. Like I had gone to the cages and whatnot, but hadn't been in a game in 15 years. In that first tournament in New York, I
And it
mean, it
was
was a
cold
little
as
bit of
shit.
it was cold,
It was
man.
cold.
Cold.
It was
Never.
cold.
Being from San Diego, I had never played in like 30
Yo,
degree weather.
Johnny, then he got hit in the head by a pitch.
Yeah. Like my second
Oh,
at bat, boom, right off the noggin, man.
And then
And then they were like, yo,
the catcher said he put his head in the middle. I'm like, yo, bro, ain't no way somebody's gonna get hit in the head on purpose, bro. Get the hell out of here.
yeah, man. Nah, it was such a good time, and I think that's where like, you know, I had talked to Omar and said, you know, I was decent back in high school. You know, I played with my teams and whatnot, and come back playing that game, and I was able to, you know, put the ball in play with, you know, first games back, putting the ball in play, not striking out, putting it in play constantly, and that's who I always had been as a baseball player, just contact hitter. And then one of the plays that we got on camera, where my little belly flop out in the outfield for the ball, you know, diving play. But you know, like I hadn't played in 15 years.
But you have fun though.
But I had a great time. It was so much fun. And I was able to let my play do the talking. Like, yo, yeah, I hadn't played in 15 years, but I still got a little something in me.
Like riding a bike.
Yeah, you had to get my training wheels put on a little bit and then take them off by the second day. But it was so much fun, man. And it's the same thing with BBA, man. You know, formerly when we were in the CHBL D2, you know, I was able to let my bat do the talking, let my game do the talking for itself. I think I had like 2 strikeouts the entire season. And
That's really good.
That was the best part.
Sorry, I meant to promote the website when we were talking about it. It's not really live yet, but it's a beautiful site. Your designer is amazing. But
yeah, Dan Field is the one that's designed it, you bastard.
oh, yeah. It's not technically.
Shout out to Dan.
But...
Yo, listen, Dan is the best. Humbly, Dan gotta. You gotta man up, Dan. You are great at what you do, bro. You are too politically correct. You gotta just whip. You just gotta do what you gotta do, bro. Bro, you a beast. You can't be humble all the time, bro. You can't be humble all the time.
It's not the same site like we had last year, and this year, man, that site is like when you look at it, man, I was just like, yo, this is dope. Being able to just go team by team, looking at everybody's stats. Like you could see the stats last year, and that's what like I think sets like a lot of leagues apart. But what BBA and CHBL are doing by being able to provide the stats for everybody. So when people ask, like, yo, go look at the stats. Like they do the talking for themselves. Go look at the stats. You know, it's so cool. It's so cool, man, to be able to see what Dan's putting together.
And we could do our game. Our games are going to be live on our website. No one in the United States is doing that.
No one's doing that, which is crazy to me.
No one.
That no one takes advantage of that.
We are the first that's going to handle business. So our games are going to be live on our website. So we're trying to use technology to our advantage and give the players a better experience. You know, because a lot of these leagues, like, they're stuck in the past, and like that's why I like to keep myself around younger players and younger people that are in the game, because they're innovative and they got ideas. I come up with ideas and they bring it to life, you know. And what we're doing now is second to none. You know, we're just getting our feet wet. You know, that's all it is. You got to start somewhere. You know, every startup has its growing pains. We had our growing pains. We're going to continue to have our growing pains, but we learn from them and we fix them. That's what separates us too. Because if we don't fix it, you're not learning from your mistakes. You're not going nowhere.
It's all about having good people around you. That's the the biggest
Yes.
thing is having good
Yeah.
people around you.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I feel like we have a great core of leaders. We got a great core of managers. And like I always said, like last year it was just me. Now it's all of us, it's we got an army now, like, and we got a guys that really care and are passionate. So you can't teach that. You can't teach passion. You can't teach dedication. You can't teach loyalty. That's things that come from you. Like there, we were expecting a winter storm, and all my guys were there. You know what I'm saying? All my guys were there, and that's priceless to me. So I'm loyal to my guys forever. So whenever you hear about what we doing or what, no, what all of us are doing, because it's not me no more. It's all of us. We're 400 deep, and we got the best leaders in Massachusetts because they all care. And at the end of the day, I appreciate Alvaro. I just met him. We known each other for a year, and anytime I hit him up, he answers the call. He answers the text. I became good friends with his wife too. And I feel like those relationships that we're building, that's what this is about. Me and Johnny, we became good friends. You know what I mean? Just through baseball, I would have never known Johnny. You know what I mean? Like, and me and Dan, like, I'll do anything for Dan. That's my brother. You feel me? And that's what this is about. So when the guys that are doing nothing at their house, you know what? Go play baseball. You don't even have to join my leagues or our leagues. You can go join somebody else's league. Just go play. Go play baseball. It's gonna bring you another excitement in your life that that you had missing.
Dude, that's 100% what there's a lot of people out there that need to get that message. And I feel like for some reason, I don't know, there's this mantra out there where it's like small circle, I feel like people get sucked into these relationships, to be honest, where maybe they have a controlling partner and then they like think, oh no, it's me and my girl versus everybody, or then they're acting like having a small circle and having this private life is like this good thing. And it's like in today's world, like you can be very public and also be very private. Like I'm very public on social media with what I do, but me as in me, the real Jonathan McDonald, is very private actually.
Agent Zero.
But
Agent Zero.
But yeah, for real. But like that mantra of like, that mantra of like small circle to me is crazy because honestly, I just keep expanding and expanding, and I have a big circle. I have many different circles of people that I can rely on, and that'll be clutch for me. See what I did there?
Hey, no
So
pun intended.
So it's like I really want people to forget about that bullshit and actually stop being like, oh, small circle, or you can't get along with other people, or like you have to have differences. It's like, I mean, I don't even think Omar knows this until I say it right now, but like I'm a Trump supporter and Omar hates Trump. Like that has nothing to do with me and Omar's friendship. Like I like honestly. To me,
so it made sense to dance. You love to dance.
And we still allowed you to be the host?
Hey, that shouldn't. But see, that's the biggest thing, and I think the biggest misconception for people is that, regardless of your views or whatever, like you should be able to get along with everybody. You should be able to get along with the Trump supporters. You should be able to get along. It doesn't matter.
Listen,
it doesn't matter.
My
It's who you are as a person.
My father-in-law is the biggest fucking Trump supporter in the United States of America. He sends me 2,736 text messages every single day about Trump. And I love him like a father. So yeah, I don't care who you vote for. I never cared. I didn't think you're a good person or you're a bad person.
I mean, that's just an extreme example of what I'm trying to talk about. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, we don't have to disagree on.
You don't have to agree on everything.
Never.
Yeah,
that'd be boring. That'd be boring.
Who you are as a person, and I think that's the biggest thing, and that's what I try to bring with my team. Is I don't care. Like my last year's team, I had guys that up there in law enforcement, whatever you may want to think, to guys that were trying to that were recovering addicts. You know what I mean? A spectrum of people. And at the end of the day, if you're a good person, you could get along with anybody. It don't matter where you come from.
True.
You know what I mean?
Man.
I come from
does that.
I come from a city they call Nasty City. It's National City, California. That's where I'm from. That's the hood. I took my wife out there and she was like, yo, like, you really from the ghetto. And I was like,
I can see your wife saying that too. Like, you have me doing here? Get me out of here.
Yeah, she was, she grew up in the suburbs of Malden. It's not it's not like, oh my God, but she was fortunate to have a nice lifestyle, and she went to see what I came from. And I think that's what allowed me to be who I am, is those struggles coming from the hood is what's allowed me to put my best foot forward and be able to communicate with somebody with a person that's unhomed on the street, to being able to talk to the governor of Massachusetts. Who you are as a person and how you act and how you are as a human being is the most important over whatever your beliefs may be.
What do you think has been the most challenging thing about managing an amateur men's baseball league team, rather?
I think the biggest difference is just everybody's personality and trying to, hey, you got a strong personality. This person really isn't that, doesn't have that strong personality. We got to come to a middle ground and be able to talk as human beings and be able to talk as teammates and talk to each other respectfully without having to get angry and yell. And, that's the biggest thing. And just because people take it different, and where I have a guy that would be like, he knows like, fuck, like, dang, I shouldn't yell. But because he's passionate, you know what I mean? And we should have thrown it here. And I'm like, hey, like, yo, that person, he understands he made a mistake. We're grown men. Bring it back. Communicate like grown men. Communicate like a human being. Let's not yell. And that's the hardest, I think, that I've had to do in this adult community, is bring everybody to the same level playing field and communicate with everybody on the same tone.
I can follow up on that. I feel that the CHBL and the BBA, we give a lot of people opportunities to play baseball. A lot of players that we bring in, other leagues won't bring them in. Other leagues won't even entertain even responding to their messages. So with that said, is that you're gonna get players that might not fit in, but we have to give people opportunity, because that's what we stand for. We stand for giving you an opportunity. Now, if it doesn't work out, you know what? See you later. Go play somewhere else. We don't want you in our league because you're gonna ruin our baseball community. We have a baseball community, and we're passionate about our baseball community, and we protect our baseball community. So at times you're gonna get players that just don't fit in your community, and that's okay. But we gave them the chance. That's the difference. We give you the chance, and if it doesn't work out, sorry.
It's tough. It's tough because, like I said, everybody's grown men. Everybody's gonna take things differently, and it's never an easy decision to tell somebody, hey, I don't need you, hey, or hey, I just don't see you as a fit, or you're not what we're looking for right now. When you're telling
to be honest,
grown...
I want to pivot that into like coaching, honestly, kids, because what you guys are doing with your leagues with adults, it's really the same thing, because there's going to be times where, honestly, in 5 years from now, bro, when you look back at your leagues and what you did, if there was one guy that's life turned out better because he got a baseball back in his life, or he treated people in his life better because he had his outlet, then that's all that matters. Because sometimes I coach kids that it's that kid that needs the program more than the program actually needs the kid. And it's like, if that kid wasn't on my team, yeah, they might be a little bit of, they might get bunk heads with some people every once in a while on my team, but it works here because I got the right core or whatever. Keeping that kid from maybe quitting the sport or never doing it again. It's the same thing for your men's baseball league, dude. Some people are just not going to work, and some people are going to go to other teams, and that's okay. But if literally you help one person per year find the game of
You're
baseball,
successful.
be successful, then you are successful. Exactly. And that's all that it matters. And that's what it needs to be, because us as grown men do need this outlet, and we do need support. And what you're doing with your leagues, bro, is providing that for people. And that needs to be the focus going forward, because that embodies everything that we've talked about tonight when it comes to brotherhood and purpose.
Yeah. And you're right, Johnny, because I think that's why I created this, because I've seen too many times, bro. There's been players that don't get opportunities. Like, everyone deserves an opportunity to play baseball, man. Like, this is an outlet, like you said. It's an outlet. It's bigger than winning championships. It's bigger than your stats. I can go 0 for 4 on the day that I had a horrible day because of work, because of life, whatever, and then I'm with my boys. That we're gonna just talk about sports. You feel me? And I think that's, as men, we need that. We need an outlet. The mental illness, with all that shit going on, that mental toughness is high right now. It's at an all-time high. Every adult, every male is going through something. I don't care how great your life is. You're going through something. If you don't have an outlet, you're gonna continue to go through something.
Bro,
When you have
who have committed suicide. There's billionaires.
Yeah, man.
Suicide. Billion with a B.
Yeah.
That was one
Listen.
thing.
Give me just a second. Listen. Thank God I do well for myself. I work very hard. I work 3 jobs. Thank God my bills are always paid. But if I didn't have baseball, I'd be like, God damn. And then my parents be like, oh, you're still playing baseball. Like, stop playing baseball. Like, no, you don't understand. Like, this is what keeps me sane, because I can go to the ballpark and I forget all my problems when I'm there. Granted, when I get home, they're still going to be there. But when I get home, I'm thinking about the game. We won, we lost, my boys, what we did that night, and that brings another aspect to your life outside of day to day. Not telling you guys that baseball should be your life, but baseball should be in your life to take away from the day to day life. So you can, for 2 or 3 hours, 1 or 2 or 3 days a week, you're playing the game you love since you were a kid, and you don't have to worry about your problems.
You feel young.
You feel young. You feel great, bro. I love going to the ballpark, ready to compete. I love it. That energy is second to none. Granted, the next morning you gotta go to work. Fuck it, but you still have something.
That's the worst part, though. Sometimes it's so hard to fall asleep after a game, bro. It's like if you get too high off a game, that adrenaline rush. It's like you get into your bed and you're just like eyes wide open. You can't fucking sleep.
Well, that's
it was
what
one
the
thing
post-game.
that Omar really preached to me, and I really enjoyed that aspect of the league, is trying to build this to more, not just for our teams, but for everybody. If somebody needs some kind of help, like, be able to reach out to us and be like, yo, I need help with whatever it may be.
Yeah.
I tried, I mean, one of my guys last year, I messaged him, hey, look, there's this job opening, man. Like, go check it out. You may have a connection with somebody. You may not, that they might not have. And it's when you were talking about that Rolodex of people that you may have to look at and be like, hey, this guy owns this kind of company. Maybe he needs somebody. Let me help this person out. Try to get them a job. I mean,
And
that's just who I am as a person, though. Is I always try to look out for the people that are with me and around me.
And guys like Alvaro, this is the guys that we're bringing into our organization, so we can have multiple people doing that. So when any of our guys have issues, something they need a job. You know how many people we've gotten jobs or put them in college or get signed again and play independent ball. Like, this is what this is about. It's about a network, a community that we're trying to help the masses. You know, it's about giving back to our people. It's about bringing excitement to baseball. How can baseball change your life? You feel me? And there's a lot of guys that I hope you eventually we're gonna bring on the show from our league that they're gonna tell you their story. Be like, yo, without baseball that I got now, they didn't know this shit existed, bro. They didn't know this shit existed, and we're giving them an opportunity. And I'm glad Alvaro's on the show because he's a testament to what we're doing. You know, and we're gonna keep going. And I hope anyone watching and any league heads, you guys got to do the same. I don't want to take over Boston baseball. I want my guys to play baseball. If we're the smallest league in the world, I don't give a shit. As long as my guys are playing baseball. You guys that run leagues, you need to be more worried about the players, about giving them an experience, changing their lives. Because if you're not in this for that, you shouldn't be in this. Period.
Well said. And did you see Ty Loco's comment? So
Yeah,
when I came out, yeah.
please put it up. Please put it up.
No, I did. When I came out to the Twins, I was the only black guy on the team, and I thought I wasn't going to get enough reps, but they all treated me as a family, and I fit right in. They were always positive. That's Tommy Heveron's team, the Twins?
Yeah.
Tommy.
They're now the Cardinals. They've rebranded as well.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Tommy's
No,
great.
so
Yeah, man,
our league is strictly positivity. I preach to my guys that we all have to be in this shit together. You know, if you need my help, I answer. My guys will call me at 3 a.m. I'm gonna answer. And they know that. They all know that. You know, and I get that same love from them. You know, no matter when I need somebody to do something for me or help me because I'm just exhausted. I got too much shit on my plate. Omar, what else do you want? I sent one text since I met these guys. It was a couple weeks ago. I'm like, yo, you guys got to step up and help me. They all instantly, we've been waiting for you to say this. Like, you know what I mean? So, like, my guys, like, I love my guys, and I'll always be loyal to my guys because these guys get it. And they want the same thing I want. We want to bring baseball back. We want to give people opportunities. You know, no matter how good you are, you're going to have a home at Clutch Hitting. No matter if you're good, if you're bad, if you need help, no matter what. If you don't even know how to grab a bat, we're going to help you. You know what I mean? And that's why we're going to separate. That's why we've separated ourselves from everyone else. And I hope everyone follows suit.
I can't wait to start calling you at 3 a.m.
No, not you. You're going to be blocked, bro.
Omar, my cat!
Omar, my cat bit my mic! Oh, my God!
What the hell? The weight.
Listen, I would have thrown that cat outside. But you know what? Listen, on some real shit, I got a guinea pig, and I feel like my guinea pig is going to die. So, if I'm not on the show...
Pray for your guinea pig? I got you, bro.
Pray for me.
Do you guys have the pray? Does that work?
Prayers up for GP.
The heart?
No, his name is Gilly. Prayers up for Gilly. Give it Gilly love.
Do the fireworks.
Does it pop up?
Oh, there you go.
Does it do something when you pray?
I don't know.
You go like this. It should do the fireworks. But I feel like we got a good situation going. I appreciate everybody that reaches out that wants to play and wants to add teams and all that, because without the teams, without the managers, without the players, we wouldn't be where we're at right now. But I think if there's a message sent, I think is listen to your players. Listen to your players. Your players know what they want. And if you don't give your players what they want, you're not doing them a service. You're doing them a disservice because they pay a lot of money to play baseball. We all know baseball is expensive, and if they're going to devote and commit to a summer, we have to give them what they want, and let's not penny pinch. Let's not be cheap, let's give these players an experience that they want to come back, and every year we try to be better. This year we've grown and we've I know Johnny don't care about trophies and all that shit, but we got the best trophies. We got rings. You know what I'm saying? We got T-shirts. We give you
Yeah, most
hugs. You
people
know.
care about that stuff. That's just a me personal thing.
No, I know, but for a champion, when you win a championship, I feel like it should be celebrated because it's hard. It's not easy when it's what you guys did. I've always told you, Johnny, you guys did something amazing. You know, you guys were like the fourth seed. You went 7-0. You beat the two teams that won the championship the year before. You know what I mean? So like, and you guys dominated in a fashion that hasn't never been seen in that league. No matter what they say,
I don't
that's
think it'll
never
be
been
seen.
seen in that league.
I don't think it'll happen again. I mean,
I don't think
yeah.
so either. So that I kudos to you guys. You
Put
know
your
what I mean?
nuts on the table then, because it's gonna
What?
happen better next year.
I mean, that would be amazing. If it, I don't know how you top that, honestly.
I'm an Angels fan. Those are my guys.
We are
So I
easily
feel
going
like
7-0 in the playoffs next year.
I feel like I won with them. So I'll take credit because those are my guys. You know, I love them all. You know,
Hashtag reinstate Omar.
Hashtag free Omar, baby.
Now you're not going to love them when you're playing against them, right?
And you the BBA, you know what, Mark? I know Mark is gonna try to build a good team, you know, but at the end of the day, I like our chances.
So who's the favorite? Would you say you guys were the favorite?
And the BBA Havoc all day.
Havoc?
Bro, we got Medina, we got Frank, we got Seth, and we got Mike.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Good luck.
And then wait, time out. And you know who we just added?
Brock Riley.
Brock Riley.
No, that's CHBL. That's CHBL. We added Adam Del Rio.
Oh, from the
I know you know who we. Yeah, Adam Del Rio.
Wow. When's the last time
Adam Del Rio.
he played? Yeah,
it don't matter. He's a beast.
Yeah.
He's like 40. He's like my age, like 42. I'm 44 through 43, so he's like 42, I think.
Yeah, no,
I will say that the Havocs in BBA, the ones that won D2 last year, they're old men. They just have a baseball IQ.
We're
they have a baseball IQ.
Yeah,
and
old.
that was the reason why they won.
Yeah. And the team that we beat, they had better talent than us, Johnny. They had the MVP. This kid was like Ohtani. He hits like 400 feet home runs, bro.
If there was one kid I was afraid to throw to make sure like my guys
it was him.
It was him, the kid from the D-backs. He's a beast. He's legit. He is legit. And you just had these old men on the Havoc that just knew the game. And that was the problem. You weren't beating them talent. You could have the most talent on the field. But if your IQ wasn't there, you weren't going to beat them. And that was I was fortunately able to outmanage Omar because I don't think Omar was giving his 100 in game one. No, and I was moving players.
They beat us game one. They woke us up. They beat us game one in the semifinals, and it's best of three. And they played. We are the champions after they beat us. I'm like, what the fuck? It motivated us.
It wasn't me.
Hey, it was your wife. It was your wife, but it was you.
I don't even think she had the phone. I think somebody else had the phone and played that.
But it motivated
I was like,
us.
what are you doing?
And Johnny can attest to this because it switched. It switched our switch when it went on after that. Because when we was shaking hands, we're like, oh. And remember, that was our first Sunday that we played the whole season.
Yeah,
we're a weeknight team. So when we played that Sunday, we're like, whatever. We took the L, but you guys rubbed it in our face. We're like, oh man, we're gonna kick the shit out of these guys. And then we didn't lose a game after that. But you know what? It took you guys to wake us up. You know, but I think this year our team, I think it's gonna be tough to beat us personally because we have experience and I think we have a lot more better players. You know, so good luck to you. What?
Paguero, was he in the BBA?
Yeah, he's in
Romo's there. Yeah.
What team is he on? What team is Paguero on?
Romo?
No, Paguero. Alan. Is it Alan?
Alan.
Oh, Alan's playing in the CHBL. He's gonna play in the D-backs.
So he's one of the better hitters I've.
Yeah.
He mashes.
No, and the CHBL this year, I feel like the CHBL is going to be very competitive. They just added the D-backs added like 7 minor leaguers, bro. I don't know where they find all these guys, but they just
Crazy.
added like 7 minor leaguers. The Giants just added a good pitcher for D2. I forget what the school was. We added obviously Mr. McDonald right here with the shades. We got my man back. We added a couple other guys. That league is gonna be incredible this year. I'm talking about. I just want to watch these games. I don't even want to play in them. I'm a coach. I'll
Yeah.
play once in a while. I just want to see these guys because, bro, there is so much talent. It's gonna be fun to watch, you know. And all I ask is like, let's all respect the game, you know, because sometimes when it gets to like being competitive, people get overboard, and nobody wants to see that. Like we said earlier, like we want to be able to bring these kids to watch good baseball. We want to set the presence for these kids. You know, we want these AAU kids to come to our games. Hey, this is how you play baseball. Look at this talent. This kid got signed because these kids, a lot of these kids want to get signed. So why not learn from the guys that were signed?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? What to do, what not to do. You know, and I feel like we're in a good position right now that we could change the game in Boston. We have the right people. We have the right people. And we're not trying to ruin nobody's leagues. We're in our own lane. And then hopefully everyone follows suit. At the end of the day, we have a great situation, and I'm thankful for everybody that's a part of my organization because without you guys, we wouldn't be shit. But when I tell you my guys are passionate, my guys care, my guys really care about these players. And this is why I'm excited to see what's gonna happen this year because we're doing the right things. We're doing the right steps, you
And
know?
you
And it's
already
not
have the schedule up. You
the
definitely have
schedule's up.
the first league to have the schedule up.
We're not playing around, bro. We're not playing around.
I noticed.
We're not playing around. We're not playing around. Follow suit. Understand that we're here to stay. And we're just going to get better because we listen to our players. If I can give you advice, listen to your players.
I love it, boys. I think we should wrap up the show here unless, Alvaro, there's anything else you need to talk about, my man. It was great to meet you, dude. It's great to hear your story. I hope some people listen to this stuff, man, and get inspired to get back in shape and play and network.
When the Celtics win it again this year, are you able to bring on any friends on the duck boat?
Man, I don't even know if I'm gonna be on a duck boat again after spraying the cops last year.
Alvaro, can the BBA champions get a duck boat?
I mean, you could talk to the
Oh,
duck boat
okay.
company.
I mean, haven't there been like former Red Sox players that bought duck boats? I don't think
You
they're
know
all
what?
that expensive,
I'm
to be
gonna
honest.
invest in a duck boat.
Omar's gonna invest in his own duck boat.
I'm gonna get a duck boat.
That'd be awesome.
That is the
That would be
dumbest
awesome.
shit ever.
You just have your own
Yeah,
parade.
no, I appreciate though. I do appreciate you guys having me on. I do hope somebody, you know, whether it be they want to get back into the game or they need their own weight loss journey, you know, to get back to where they want to be. They pick something up, you know, and ask for help. It's okay to ask for help. It's very okay to ask for help. I never did that. And when I finally did, it got me to where I'm at right now.
It's hard
And
as
I
a man.
appreciate it.
It's
Yeah,
hard.
yeah.
Right?
It is very hard as a man to ask for that help. I thought it was good. I thought it was fine. I was coaching high school baseball. You know, I coached you know, you guys look at it as AAU. We just call it travel ball in San Diego. And
Yeah.
I was coaching, you know, kids from 8 years old all the way to high school kids, and then coaching high school baseball, like I said, coaching high school wrestling, high school football. I was having a great time doing that and just living life. But when I moved out here and realized where I was at, I knew there would needed to get done, and finally asked for help.
Good for
Well,
you,
God
man.
bless you. God bless you, my brother. I'm sure we're gonna talk soon. Have a safe flight tomorrow. You're going to San Diego. Have a safe flight, my brother.
Going home. Gonna go push some B
Enjoy.
clutch out there.
Let's go. Let's make it happen, my brother. Appreciate you. Hey.
Yeah, no, thank you guys.
Thank you, brother.
thank you,
What's the dance?
Alvaro.
Johnny, show me the dance. Hey.
The official dance of the This is Boston Baseball podcast.
No,
No,
no.
no,
That's-
no, 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 no. This ain't no team. I got a red hat. That it ain't a merit. No. You know what? Make Boston baseball great again.
Don't do it.
Oh,
Let's do
boy.
it.
No, please don't.
Make Boston baseball great again, bro. Yo, shout out to you, Alvaro. Much love, my
Yes.
brother.
No, I
Thank
appreciate you
Thank
guys.
you for getting on the show, bro.
Have a good night, brother.
Have a
Good
good night,
night.
my brother.
So next week we got what? Dan Sylvia.
Isn't it John Shepard?
He's the week after.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, Dan Sylvia, the varsity coach for Bellingham High School. He has a new franchise in our league as well. He has 6 sons, bro, and they're
6?
all studs. He has 6 sons, and they're
No
all
daughters,
studs, bro.
6 sons. Wow, his
6
poor
sons,
wife.
and they're all fucking studs, bro. I just seen his son today, a lefty, 15 years old. He's throwing like 80, 81. Bro, he's
How
a great
old?
family to talk to. He's 15,
Wow,
throwing gas as a lefty, bro.
dude, how awesome would that be to have like kids that are just studs?
He has 6 boys. Imagine that. God damn.
That's crazy. His wife
God bless
must
that
have.
woman.
Yeah, right.
That's what I
Because
said.
you
I'm
know,
like, damn,
after
bro.
2, she was like, "All right, this one's got to be a
All
girl."
right, we're done. Can we,
All right, one more
can we
try.
try one more time?
One more.
They tried 6 times. They got
That's
6
crazy.
boys.
That's crazy. Wow.
But you know, he's well known in the Bellingham area. We're actually next year we're trying to build CHBL in that area. So it's exciting. There's a lot of stuff we're building, and we're growing baseball. And before we leave, I need to figure out how I can get my screen like you guys,
You just have to
because
pan down
it's
on your phone, I think.
it is just fucked up.
I think you just gotta pan down on the phone,
I
like
feel like I'm
angle it
not
down.
cool with I'm not cool like you guys. I'm the oddball.
I don't even.
John,
When you're in the middle, it's
There
kind
you
of.
go. You just did it.
Oh.
Boom.
What happened, Johnny?
Perfect.
I feel like when you're in the middle, whether you're even with us or below us, doesn't really matter.
We're all equal.
I don't even.
We
really,
are all equal.
That's right.
Johnny, you were quiet this week.
Been
I
busy.
think.
Are you okay?
Yeah, dude, I'm great. Just busy, man.
I know it's been a long week. At least tomorrow we got it off. You guys looking forward to the inauguration? I know you're a big Trump guy, so I know you're looking forward.
So I'm not like a big Trump guy. I actually think politics is all bullshit, to be honest. So,
I hate politics, but I hate
I
politics.
agree.
Bro.
yeah,
I
man.
agree.
But
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know.
We
I
won't
think
get
those
into
are
that.
pretty pathetic. Those are the two candidates we have. But whatever. Anyway, that's not necessary to talk about. But
Yeah.
yeah, that was a good show, you guys. I think
It was a good show. It was.
Episode 10. Can you believe it's already been 10 episodes? It's crazy.
You know, I
Crazy.
think we need to have a 30-second. We need to switch a couple things up, and I'm gonna send you guys some
Yeah.
ideas.
we need to
Just
figure
some.
out. We need to figure out how to promote it better because there's just not enough viewership.
You know what's the problem? Is the Swisher link.
Mm-hmm.
What do you mean?
Because
No.
listen, give me a second.
Go.
When I had the FNO show, FNO Facts Not Opinion, it was a sports debate show on Instagram, right? And every time we got on, when we bring somebody on, their followers get notified.
Yep.
So you're gonna get viewers instantly because of that. With the Swisher link, no one's getting notified, so nobody even knows we're on. With Alvaro, if we would have been on Instagram,
Yeah, I know.
he would have had Eddie House. He would have had all these people from that work for where he works, that works with the Celtics. They would have been on. The first thing
know.
Eddie House told them yesterday, "What's up with that podcast?" So he knows about our podcast,
We're gonna
but
get on the
they
gram.
didn't get notified. We
We're
gotta
gonna
get
make
on
it
the
happen.
gram, bro.
We're
We
gonna
gotta
get
get
on
on the
it.
gram. You know what? Fuck all these fucking graphics. We can do the graphics after. But I feel if we do it on Instagram and we bring in the people, their peoples are gonna get notified. My peoples are gonna get notified. Your
You just
peoples,
need,
Johnny's peoples.
you just need Instagram to be able to have like you said, when anyone goes live on Instagram, it literally like getting a text message pops up if people have their Instagram.
Well, Switcher needs to put that in their software. I mean, that I don't know if that's something.
But think about it. We really didn't use Swisher tonight.
Yeah, I mean, well, but you said Facebook or Instagram, you can't have 4 people at the same time.
No,
Didn't you say?
Instagram, you can have 4 people.
Oh, you can Instagram, not Facebook.
Facebook, you can.
Got you.
So I say, moving forward, let's do it on Instagram because I guarantee you, we're gonna have a lot more people get on the show. 100%, 100%. Because right now, no one's getting notified. So think about this. Unless someone like, oh my God, Omar and Dan and Johnny are gonna get on. Let me go behind. I'm waiting till 8 o'clock. No one's waiting for us really to get on. They gotta get notified that we're on. Oh shit, the show's on. Let me see what they're talking about.
If they follow our page, they'll get notified.
Yeah, but that doesn't matter.
No,
that doesn't mean our guest followers follow our page.
Right. I got you. I mean, what the hell?
Let's try it. Trust me, let's try it.
Why not?
We got nothing to lose. Everything to gain.
Not?
You know?
Works for me.
Let's leave Facebook alone because Facebook is for old guys like you and young guys like me and Johnny.
Yeah, okay.
Nah, we go.
Next week. Dan Sylvia. Next week. We should have all 6 of his kids come on.
That'd be dope.
I mean,
Hey,
they can talk baseball,
Johnny,
right?
they're all baseball players. Johnny, we're gonna be in Florida. Puerto Rico, February 2nd. So we gotta find a nice spot to do the show.
All right.
We're gonna do February 2nd from Puerto Rico.
That's right. You guys are gonna be.
We're gonna have to be in separate spots though.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. We'll go somewhere nice, and we'll figure it out.
I'm just gonna do my whole setup on the beach, I think.
Awesome.
That'd be dope. I might get a pool. You know what I mean? And
you go poolside, I'll go beachside. I'm going shirt off for that episode.
Uh-oh. That'll bring the viewers.
Yeah, I'm not going shirt off, but Instagram is gonna work. I am telling you guys, our show will blow up if we do Instagram.
Sweet. Hey.
100%.
And we keep it to 35 minutes.
You want the show for just 35 minutes? You think we could do just 35 minutes?
I think we should be paying attention to how many viewers there are, and I think if viewership goes down, we need to kill the show.
Well, the idea is that we're going to
shut it off.
We're going to edit
but just
after the fact.
But what you got to understand is the point of doing the live is to get content. And then once the live is done, we take the live down and then we create an episode.
No, I totally get that. But dude, you did that last week and you see how much time that takes?
I mean, we got to do, that's what this
AI.
is.
We need AI to figure that out.
That's what this is. I mean,
I'm down for any ideas. I was just saying.
If Dan can find the AI that can cut our shit up, power to him. You know, it took me about an hour, and this is what I do. I mean, do I want to do it every week? No, but if I have to for the short term, I'll do it. If we come up with a better idea, we'll figure it out.
Sorry, I just felt the need to do that.
So at the end of look, you see what I'm saying? Look at that.
Nice. Yeah. Can you do that on Instagram though?
I don't give a fuck. Look at that. Johnny's hating.
Anyways. Thank you guys for watching.
Everybody have a good night. We'll see you next week on Instagram.
On the gram. Have a good night.